Good morning. Welcome back to Misty Ridge Homestead. Or if this is your first time, welcome. Come on in. We're glad to have you. If you've been here a while, we're really glad to have you too. Zazu says, good morning. And all the animals on the farm, they follow James everywhere because he feeds them. And the cows in the backfield, they want to come in. They wish they could come in and eat too. Mornings are fun around here. I thought we would just kind of walk through and talk about what's been going on over the last month or so. We've had a busy month on the farm and just in life in general. I'm sure you have too. This time of year gets busy for all of us, I think. But it's been a glorious fall. And I thought we'd just kind of walk through and talk, and I'd show you some pictures of some things we've been doing and some little video of some of the things that's been happening over the last few days. Lots and lots of animals, chickens and dogs and cats and cows. We just stopped milking Maggie May. It's getting cold and I didn't want to milk anymore, so we're drying her off. And we won't be milking her anymore for just a little while. Probably, till at least 9 months. We assume she's bred back. Isn't it a beautiful morning, y'all? I love sunrises and sunsets. But that's the sunrise. Isn't it pretty? So the cows got into the garden. They just decided to push the fence down and get into the garden. And they ate all my collard greens and my carrots. And, we got a few carrots. I planted some garlic. Supposed to plant in October. I think I got it planted the first week of November. I think it'll be okay. But I planted quite a bit. We've been harvesting more than I thought we would have. I harvested lots of peppers, some jalapenos and some bell peppers and some cayennes. As you'll see, I processed those. Still working on some of the peppers, getting them ripe. Oh, this is Pumpkin. Pumpkin is my granddaughter Hazel's chicken. Hazel rescued her from the meat chickens that came last year. And, of course, named her Pumpkin. And she's been her favorite chicken. And the dog got a hold of her. She got out of the pen and the dog got a hold of her. I just happened to walk up there and hear her squawking. And we rescued her. Here's her and Hazel when she was a little bitty. But she's actually doing quite well. I really thought we were going to lose her. I really did. And I was really dreading having that conversation with Hazel. That's her in the far back right walking around. But she is healing nicely. And I don't think she'll be jumping the fence anytime soon. And that's our Jet. He is our junior in high school. And he has been playing football. And they've had a really good year. He got hurt the last game I went to. And it scared me real bad, but he's doing really well. Gypsy got fixed. She got spayed. No more puppies for her. And she did not like the cone. So we made her a t-shirt to wrap around her little incision. She's been a little bit of a tough cookie to get her to behave. But there she is resting by the door with one of her toys. And she's actually healing up nicely finally. But it took a little bit. And then I sprained my ankle. Boy, did I sprain my ankle. But I know you guys know I've been using this year to learn about herbs. Comfrey. Y'all, comfrey. I soaked and wrapped and iced in comfrey, and it is healed. So that one actually worked really, really well. Maybe I'll make a video all about that later. I'm still learning, so probably wait till I learn a little bit more about that. I put some fencing around my roses, and I planted a whole bunch of jonquils. I'm probably going to have to put some fencing around this because when the goats are in the yard, James built me a clothesline. It's not completely finished. I got to do some trim work on it. You'll see more about that in the spring. We recently, just this last week, we had the backfield where the cows are cut down completely. There's some areas that had really overgrown. But we had it cut, and we're going to plant probably some winter grasses out there, and then in the spring some more grasses to try to clean it up a little bit better for the cows. We're still learning how to do all that. But right now it looks really nice. Of course, there's not any grass for the cows, so it's time for them. We're having to get them big old round bales of hay real often. And it's time to feed the goats. They stay in a stall overnight, and just to kind of keep them safe in case any coyotes were to get in. We have Comanche out there watching over them, but they stay in a stall overnight, and then I take them out in the mornings. And right now, currently, I'm letting them stay in the backyard. In the spring, when I have flowers in bloom, that probably won't work. And we'll probably have some babies, some kids by then anyway. But for now, I put them out in the backyard, and I enjoy hearing their little bells tinkled all during the day. Excuse the gates. The cows, when they're in the barn, they rub all over everything and get it all muddy. But as you'll see here, we have a new little baby goat. I say he's a baby. He's 8 months old. His name is Gruff, and somewhere in here I've got some video of when we brought him home. But y'all, when I was coming up to the barnyard this morning, we have an electric wire that goes across the front of this gate that I have to undo before I go in. I had my hands full, and I walked straight into it, and it shocked me. Oh, it shocked me. It was not funny. It was terrible. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought, but it took me a second to register what was going on. But I really got shocked. I guess you don't live on a farm, where you have electric fences without that happening every now and then, I don't guess. That's electric wire too, that ribbon running across there. So when we need to keep Comanche away from, goats or whoever's up there. I will tell you, the hardest part about having any kind of homestead, in my opinion, is fencing. Having enough areas to separate what you need to, where you need to, how you need to, and just fencing to keep them all contained, because every animals have to be contained differently. So that's why we don't have meat pigs, because I don't want to have to. I'm too old to chase pigs. I can still chase a chicken. And I probably could catch a goat if I had to. So I have to put Comanche away while I let the goats out, or he will chase them. But we got the goats fed and out of the yard, and hopefully I can get out of here and get everything hooked back up without getting shocked again. I bet I won't do that again for a while. And see that wire right there? It goes right across there, and it hits you right at about your thighs if you walk into it like I did. Yeah, not fun. But look at the pretty fall colors, y'all. It is so beautiful. James and I went out and collected a whole bunch of fall foliage so I could, make an arrangement. I made a little video of that. You probably have already seen that one. It's just the colors have been really, really pretty this year. One of the interesting things, it's gotten cold. It's going to be 20-something degrees tonight. And the apple trees, we didn't have any apples this year. None. We had an early frost when they had blooms on them, and we didn't get not a single apple was edible this year, or actually produced. But right now I have green on those trees when it's about to be 20-something degrees. Look at this color. I love all the pretty fall colors. That one was bright red. And look at this one. It's orange. Those are from the Bradford pears. Some people really don't like those because they say they smell bad. I don't have a good sense of smell, so I don't smell them. But I've planted a whole bunch of jonquils in both of these beds, so I hope that the squirrels don't dig them up. The strawberries. And look at the lantana still hanging on. It's been below freezing a time or two, and that lantana is still trying to bloom there. And I've actually got some cosmos and some zinnias. Look at that. I think that's pretty, even though it's dying. It's starting, the colors are faded, but I think it's such a pretty color. But it's going to be like in the 20s tonight, so they probably won't last till the morning. This is probably the last of those I'll get to see. Nasturtium, it don't even mind the cold, so it may continue to bloom a while. And I didn't even realize this was out here. I'm going to take that to the greenhouse. And I probably need to harvest the rest of that oregano. But I've got my greenhouse on the porch. And I'm trying some new things this year. I'm trying to save. I've got a mandevilla. You know, it's a tropical plant. Normally they die when it gets cold. But I put it in the greenhouse. And I put some comfrey out there. And some lemongrass. And a couple of other things. And there's a heater in here. Oh, and my loofahs are drying out here too. So hopefully, we'll see how they do. That's the lemongrass there and the comfrey over there. And we'll set that in there and see how that does. And that's the mandevilla sitting up on that stool. And the lemongrass there. Excuse me, that's garlic chives, not lemongrass. The lemongrass is on the bottom. So we'll see how that does. Sage. So my daughter came over and I had meant to harvest sage before it gets 20 degrees tonight. So they went out and harvested 4 huge baskets of regular garden sage and pineapple sage. And I've been working to get those dehydrated. It took 2 days to get it all dehydrated, but I think I finally got it all done. And sage is another one of those medicinal plants that work for a lot of different things. So regular garden sage is good has medicinal benefits for like diabetes and cholesterol and menopause, sore throats, oral hygiene. It works as an antibiotic, indigestion. It has a lot of benefits. And then the pineapple sage helps with anxiety. A bunch of other stuff too, but specifically anxiety, which I think I may try because I gotta have a little social anxiety in certain situations. So I'll let you know how that works. But it was quite a process. I used the oven and the dehydrator at the same time. Had them going for, I guess, 48 hours getting it all dehydrated. And I ended up with quite a bit of garden sage. I'm just glad they went and got it. It was really funny because they knew I had planned on going out and get it, and it got dark and it was really cold. And all of a sudden I said, James, I forgot to go harvest the sage. And so my daughter Whitney and her husband and 2 or 3 of her kids all went out with flashlights in the dark to harvest the sage. And I was really surprised how much they come back with. But I'm glad they did because, like I said, it got down in the 20s that night and it would not have survived. It would have been crispy. But the good news is the sage always comes back. I don't have to replant it. Both the garden sage and the pineapple sage both grow really, really well every year, or they have so far. I've not had any issues with them not coming back. I wish my rosemary would grow that way. My best friend can grow rosemary throughout the year. Mine dies every year and I have to replant it. As well as I've not had my oregano come back. But I left some in the garden this year. We'll see if maybe I can get it to come back and do okay this year. Coming up in the spring, we'll see. I do not know. We don't normally get in the 20s in November. This is a little bit unusual. So we'll see how it affects everything. We dug up the last of them. I had some red potatoes and a few carrots. Like I showed you, the cows got most of them. But I had a few of the root vegetables still out there that we dug up. I pulled in all my loofahs And I think we got everything. I said the collard greens probably would have been fine, but the cows ate them. I'm not sure if they'll come back where I'll have anything to eat from that or not. I hope they do. Collard greens usually do okay. In fact, I have heard that after a little bit of a freeze, that they actually taste better. I don't know. Have you guys had that experience? I have not yet. I've not had a whole lot of luck with growing collard greens yet. I've grown them in the spring, but anyway, there's my sage harvest. Isn't that beautiful? I've done some for my daughter, who her and her family went out and brought it all in. And then all of the stems and stalks and all of that kind of stuff will go out to the chickens. So they'll have a little bit of a feast this afternoon, and probably tomorrow, more likely tomorrow. Because this is just one little piece of what I got. Ultimately, I filled 2 or 3 baskets full of stems. I brought in some of the basil and different things, to some of the lemon balm and basil and holy basil I've got growing on my counter. I put grow lights in over my island. I know that's a little odd, but I wanted to see if it would work, and so far it is working great. And there's the cayenne peppers going in the dehydrator. I had to use gloves and pick all those, and I didn't even bother cutting off the ends until they were dried. Once they were dried, I used scissors and cut them all up. Put them in my Vitamix like I do every year, and I just top off the pepper powder from the year before. It was a pretty red. Look how deep that is. Beautiful color. Hot pepper powder. And this was the last, since we're drying off the cow, this is the last of the cheese that I'm making. This was the last wheel of cheddar cheese that I made. I've got several out that are still drying out there, but the last of the cheese. I ended up with quite a bit of cheddar. I didn't do as much Parmesan this year. It takes the Parmesan a year to be ready to use. But I'm making a chicken for dinner this night. Roasted a chicken with all those, made a bunch of crackers. Made the chicken with all the root vegetables we brought in. It was good. And here is the video of James bringing Gruff home, the 8-month-old male. We had a male. We had to get rid of him because he was trying to breed with his mama. So we did a swap, and this is the male we got in exchange for his name was Mischief, the one we had to send away. And this little guy's name is Gruff. He's 8 months old, and he's actually old enough already to breed with our girls. And it took him a few days to get used to him. He's a skittish little thing at first, but I mean, he had been a pet where he came from. And he's very gentle and real sweet, but he was a little skittish and a little scared when we first brought him home. He's over that now. He still don't like the dogs much, but he likes Priscilla and Trixie. Gave James a little bit of a hard time getting that leash off. And there he is already afraid of Comanche. Comanche cannot get to him right there. We kept him separated because he does like to chase the goats. I'm hoping he'll outgrow that. He's given us a lot of trouble, that dog has. We contemplated several times finding him a new home, but we're trying really hard to work with him and be patient till once he gets about 2, he should calm down. And he's about 18 months old now. That's been our experience with Great Piers in the past, anyway. And there's the 3 goats all getting together. I will say the video don't show it, but they headbutted him a little bit in the beginning. Priscilla didn't as much, but Trixie, who is normally my sweetheart, she really didn't much like him. What do you think of that name, Gruff? I think that's fun. Like 3 billy goats, Gruff. So we have Gruff and Priscilla, who's a dark one, and Trixie's the lighter one. And here are our cows on this cold day. You see the Jethro, the bull, he didn't even get up. He was cuddling down all in the hay. And Maggie May is not quite used to not being milked, so she wanted to come in and get grain, which she did not get. And Comanche is just into everything, always. He's still a puppy, though. We have to try to remember he's still a puppy. He's a big old puppy, but he's a puppy. There's some of our pumpkin harvest. It's last end of the season. And some of the carrots and different kinds of peppers. We had pimentos and bells and jalapenos. I tried to bring in my ginger because I was afraid it was going to freeze and kill it. It didn't work. I lost that. And then there's a little handful of carrots and sweet potatoes and red potatoes. Those are pimento peppers. I have to let those get red. And that's some oregano I was drying. I canned some beef because we were out of all of that. I need some deer meat too. I canned the chicken and the beef, all of it. Gypsy greeting the kitty. And playing in the floor. Oh, fall mornings are wonderful. It's the last of the milk in the fridge. This is almost 20 years ago. It's me and James for his birthday. He just had a birthday. And we celebrated. And so I threw that old picture in here. And then this was part of our family came over to wish him happy birthday. We made him German chocolate cupcakes. And the tradition is to sing as loud and crazy as we can sing when we sing happy birthday. I don't know, nobody else does that, but my grandchildren absolutely love singing loud and off key and making it fun. And James just ate it up. He loved it. Families are wonderful to do birthdays around, you know. We just enjoy that. This is my rosemary I brought in, and it bloomed. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. And guys, this morning, I don't know if you can see, but it snowed in November in North Georgia. I mean, it has happened before, but not often. I mean, it didn't lay. It just spit snow. And it was so cold. Well, thank you guys for joining us on Misty Ridge Homestead. Come back and see us next time. Y'all be blessed.